5.2 1.
Trafalgar Square is in London, England.
2.
The Golden Gate Bridge is in San Francisco, California, in the USA.
3.
Wall Street is in New York City, USA.
4.
Edinburgh Castle is in Edinburgh, Scotland.
5.
The Rocky Mountains are in North America, in Canada and the U.S.
5.3 20.
An art gallery.
15.
A bridge.
3.
A bus station.
10.
A car park.
23.
A castle.
2.
A chemist's.
21.
A church.
9.
A department store.
16.
A hospital.
22.
A market.
8.
A mosque.
18.
A museum.
6.
A police station.
4.
A post office.
24.
A railway station.
17.
A river.
12.
A road.
5.
A shopping centre.
7.
A square.
11.
A street.
13.
A supermarket.
14.
A temple.
19.
A theatre.
1.
A town hall.
5.4 1.
The Louvre is the most popular art gallery in the world.
2.
Vasco da Gama Bridge is the longest bridge in Europe.
3.
The Yungas Road is the most dangerous road in the world.
4.
Tiananmen Square is the biggest square in the world.
5.
Avenida 9 de Julio in Buenos Aires is the widest street in the world.
6.
Shinjuku Station in Tokyo is the busiest railway station in the world.
5.5
It's the hottest month of the year.
It's the most dangerous road in the world.
She's the best student in the class.
Monday is the worst day of the week.
5.6
Big. Bigger. The biggest.
Long. Longer. The longest.
Wide. Wider. The widest.
Busy. Busier. The busiest.
Dangerous. More dangerous. The most dangerous.
Popular. More popular. The most popular.
5.7.
The most expensive. The most beautiful. The most exciting. The smallest. The oldest. High in the Andes, the North Yungas Road goes from La Paz, the highest capital city in the world, to Coroico in the Yungas region of Bolivia. The road is only about 3 meters wide, and the Coroico River lies 200 meters below. Bolivians call it El Camino de la Muerte, Death Road, because of the number of accidents, and in 1995 it was officially declared the most dangerous road in the world. Since a new road opened in 2006, there are fewer buses and lorries on the old road. But now, thousands of mountain bikers come from all over the world to have the most exciting ride of their lives. They start at La Cumbre, 4,700 meters above sea level, and go down to 1,525 meters, travelling at nearly 80 kilometers an hour down the narrow road. During the rainy season, from December to March, only experienced cyclists can take part. But some die every year on the road. So, why do people do it? Andrew Jagu, 26, from Melbourne, said after finishing the ride, "If you go to London, you have to see London Bridge, and if you go to Sydney, you have to see the Opera House, and if you go to Bolivia, you have to do the most dangerous road." Marta Solberg, 22, from Norway, said, "A lot of people said it was fun, but I was scared of falling over and dying. I was worried because I had no experience of mountain biking. One mistake and you were dead. I asked myself 1,000 times, why am I doing this?"
5.8.
On today's travel programme, Alan Marks is going to tell us about couch surfing, a new way of travelling. Alan, what exactly is couch surfing?
Well, couch surfing is an exciting and cheap way of travelling and seeing new places. It's a very simple idea. When you visit another city, you stay in somebody's flat or house. That person, the host, gives you a room and a bed. And if they don't have a bed, then you can sleep on their couch or sofa.
5.9.
Do you have to pay for the bed?
No, you don't. It's completely free. Couch surfers usually take a small present for the host. Or maybe they can help with the housework or cook a meal. But you never pay any money.
How do you find these people?
Well, there is a website called couchsurfing.org. First, you go there and create a profile. Then you search for the city you want to visit and you look for people there who are offering a bed. When you find somebody, you send them an email and then you can agree the day or days that you want to stay. The website is free.
And do you have to offer a bed in your house?
No, not if you don't want to. You can just be a guest, or you can be a host and offer a room in your house. Or you can do both things. It's up to you.
Is couch surfing safe?
Yes, it is. You have a lot of information on the website about the person you are going to stay with. Every time a person stays with a host, they write a report, either positive or negative, and you can read all these reports. Also, you can email the person before you go and ask any questions you like.
Does the host usually show you their city?
Well, it depends on the person. Some hosts take their guests to see some of the sights, but others don't. It depends when you visit too. Some hosts take their guests out at weekends, but are too busy during the week. But hosts usually recommend things to do, so you often see things which tourists don't usually see.
And can I couch surf all over the world?
Of course. In fact, you can visit 230 countries and more than 70,000 cities.
5.10.
Now we're going to talk to Philip Dans, a newspaper journalist. His newspaper wants him to try couch surfing, and he's going to leave next week. Tell me about your plans, Philip.
I'm going to travel round Europe to Paris, Vienna and Budapest.
How long are you going to stay in each city?
Just one night in each place.
Who are you going to stay with?
In Paris, I'm going to stay with a guy called Theo, in Vienna with a guy called Artur, and in Budapest with a woman called Judith.
Are you going to sleep on a couch?
Only in Vienna, luckily. In the other places, I have a bed.
How are you going to travel?
I'm going to go by train.
What are you going to do in each place?
Well, I don't just want to see the typical tourist sites. I hope I'm going to do things that aren't in a guidebook.
Well, have a good trip and good luck.
5.11. I'm going to have a holiday next month. I'm not going to study English. Are you going to have a holiday too? 5.12. 1.
Today.
2.
Tonight.
3.
Tomorrow morning.
4.
Tomorrow afternoon.
5.
Tomorrow night.
6.
Next week.
7.
Next month.
8.
Next year.
5.13.
I'm going to travel round Europe.
How long are you going to stay? Who are you going to stay with? How are you going to travel?
I'm going to go by train.
Paris. Theo. I met Theo at the Place d'Italie metro station. He's 24 and his English is good. At his apartment, I met his flatmate, Roger. They were very friendly. They made me a delicious dinner of crepes and ham and eggs. And then they took me to Footsie, a great bar near the opera. Some friends came, and in the end the conversation changed to French. That was difficult for me, and I got tired. Finally, we went to a party near Montmartre. It was great. Lots of friendly people. I went back to Theo's flat on the back of his bicycle. Vienna. Artur. I stayed with Artur, a biochemistry student. He was friendly, but when I arrived, I wanted to have a bath, and I forgot to turn off the tap. The bathroom was full of water. Oops. Budapest. Judith. I got off the train at the wrong station, so I arrived late at Judith's flat. She wasn't very happy. She's a journalist for the Hungarian channels MTV and TV2, and she's an incredibly busy woman. In the afternoon, she took me with her to a shopping centre to help her choose a dress for a party. That was a bit surreal. In the evening, we had dinner together in the Castro bar in the city centre. Next day, I flew home to London, tired but happy. I'm definitely going to do it again.
5.14.
It's written in the cards. Part 1.
Come in,
said a voice. Jane Ross opened the door and went into a small room. There was a man sitting behind a table.
Good afternoon,
said Jane.
I want to see Madame Yolanda, the fortune teller.
Madame Yolanda isn't here today,
said the man.
But don't worry, I'm going to tell you about your future. What questions do you want to ask?
Jane looked at the fortune teller. She couldn't see him very well because the room was very dark.
5.15
Part 2.
Well, I have a problem with my boyfriend. We argue all the time. I'm not sure that he loves me. I want to know if we're going to stay together.
Please choose 5 cards, but don't look at them.
Jane took 5 cards. The fortune teller put them on the table face down. He turned over the first card.
Ah, this is a good card. This means you're going to be very lucky.
But am I going to stay with my boyfriend?
Jane asked.
Maybe,
said the fortune teller.
We need to look at the other cards first.
5.16
Part 3. He turned over the second card.
A house. A new house. You're going to move very soon to another country.
But my boyfriend works here. He can't move to another country.
Let's look at the next card,
said the fortune teller. He turned over the third card.
A heart. You're going to fall in love.
Who with?
Asked Jane.
Let me concentrate. I can see a tall, dark man. He's very attractive.
Oh, that's Jim,
said Jane.
Who's Jim? Your boyfriend?
No, Jim's a man I met at a party last month. He's an actor from New York. He says he's in love with me. It was his idea for me to come to Madame Yolanda.
Well, the card says that you're going to fall in love with him.
Are you sure?
Asked Jane.
But what about my boyfriend?
Let's look at the fourth card,
said the fortune teller.
5.17
Part 4. The fortune teller turned over a card with 2 rings.
Now I can see everything clearly. You are going to leave your boyfriend and go away with the other man, with Jim, to another country. And very soon you're going to get married.
Married to Jim? But am I going to be happy with him?
You're going to be very happy together. I'm sure of it.
Jane looked at her watch.
Oh no, look at the time. I'm going to be late for work.
She stood up, left a £50 note on the table, and ran out of the room.
5.18
Part 5. The fortune teller stood up. He turned on the light. At that moment, an old woman came in.
So, what happened?
She asked.
It was perfect. She believed everything,
said Jim.
I told you, I'm a very good actor. She was sure I was a fortune teller.
He gave the woman £100.
That's Jane's £50 and another £50 from me. Thanks very much, Madame Yolanda. Bye.
Madame Yolanda took the money. The 5th card was still on the table, face down. She turned it over. It was the plane. She looked at it for a minute, and then she shouted,
"Wait, young man! Don't travel with that girl! A plane is going to—"
But the room was empty.
$5.19. I think it's going to rain.
You're going to be very happy.
I'm sure they're going to win. 5.20.
Bull. Boot. Ooh.
5.21.
Afternoon. Book. Choose. Cook. Food. Good. Look. Moon. School. Soon. Spoon. Two. Took.
5.22.
Bull. Book. Cook. Good. Look. Took. Boot. Afternoon. Choose. Food. Moon. School. Soon. Spoon. Two.
5.25.
They drive dangerously.
He dresses fashionably.
She eats very quickly.
I work hard.
We speak English well.
5.26.
It isn't very expensive.
People are quite formal.
She drives incredibly fast.
They speak really slowly. 5.27. 1. Two. 3.
Oh, sorry.
Ow!
Oh, I'm sorry. Right. That's better.
Sorry.
Oh.
4. 5. 6. 5.28.
Dangerous.
Polite.
Beautiful.
Incredible.
Careful.
Fashionable.
Casual.
Perfect.
Unhealthy.
5.29.
Dangerously.
Politely.
Beautifully.
Incredibly.
Carefully.
Fashionably.
Casually.
Perfectly.
Unhealthily.
5.30.
One of the first things I noticed in Valencia is that people eat out a lot. They spend a lot of time in cafes and bars. You find people having breakfast or tea in a bar, not just lunch and dinner. People who work go out to a bar to have coffee. They don't have it in their office. In restaurants, one thing that really surprised me was that when people go out in big groups, the men all sit at one end of the table and the women at the other. Another thing I notice, maybe because I'm a woman myself, is what Spanish women are like, or Valencian women maybe. Of course, I'm a foreigner, but I find that the women here talk very fast and very loudly, much more than the men. Women dress very well, especially older women, and they always look immaculate. Finally, there's a myth that the Spanish don't work hard, but I don't think it's true. It's just that they work different hours. People have a long lunch break, but they finish work very late.
Moira.
The driving. I think people drive quite dangerously, which surprised me because I thought they were careful drivers here. They don't drive fast, but people are always on the phone in the car, which you don't often see in the UK nowadays. The food. The food can be delicious, but I think people eat very unhealthily. In restaurants, they often add salt to their food, and they drink litres of Coke. The headquarters of the Coca-Cola company is based here, and they even have a Coca-Cola museum. Once, I went to a coffee shop and asked for a double espresso, no milk, no sugar. I had to repeat my order 3 times because the waitress couldn't understand me. She said people here only ask for lattes and cappuccinos with lots of sugar. The people. In general, people are very friendly. The people I'm staying with, who live just outside the city, know all their neighbours really well. They often don't lock their doors, which surprised me because people say it's a dangerous city. They speak incredibly slowly, with a strong accent, and sometimes I have a problem understanding them.
Mark.
The weather. It's December, and it gets dark at about 3 p.m, which is depressing. There's a lot of snow at the moment, but all the buses and trains are running perfectly. Not like in Britain, where everything stops when it snows. The houses. All the houses are painted in pretty colours like red, green and blue, and many houses have a yellow and blue flag. Inside, the houses are decorated beautifully, with lots of flowers and modern wooden furniture. The people. People are friendly and polite, but quite formal. They dress fashionably but casually, and of course you see a lot of very blonde women here. You also see a lot of men who are looking after very young babies. Everybody speaks English really well, maybe because a lot of the TV is in English with subtitles.
5.31.
I want to find a new job.
You need to practice every day.
When did you learn to play the guitar?
Would you like to be famous? 5.32.
Would you like to go to Iceland?
No, I wouldn't.
Why not?
Because I don't like the cold.
5.33.
Would you like to get a new job?
Yes, I'd love to.
Why?
Because I hate my job. It's really boring.
43 Things is a website where people write things that they want to do. There are always 43 different ambitions. Some are trivial, some are more serious. Other people respond and write about their experiences and sometimes give advice. What do you want to do with your life? On 43 Things today, people want to
climb Mount Kilimanjaro,
get up earlier, go on a safari,
get a new job,
have very long hair,
have more time for myself,
learn to cook,
learn to dance like Shakira,
spend less time on the internet, visit all the continents,
make a short film,
write a novel,
read 12 books a month,
run a half marathon,
see Radiohead live,
learn to speak Italian,
stop biting my nails,
get married,
go to Iceland,
write a song,
become a goth,
spend less time on Facebook, for example, only 2 hours at the weekend, stop using Second Life if you use it. I uninstalled it.
Get a Laura Pausini CD, download the lyrics to a song and translate them. You can use Google Translate for this. Listen carefully to the pronunciation and then sing along with her. I sang Incancelabile.
You just need to stop cutting it. Don't worry about the latest fashions. Go for it.
Choose 5 things you really like eating, e.g. roast chicken and chocolate cake, and then look at recipes on the internet. Choose the recipes that you'd like to try, preferably ones that aren't too difficult. Make the 5 things again and again until they're perfect. It isn't difficult. You just need to practice.
Wear black clothes. Be yourself and listen to bands like The Cult and The Mission.
5.35 1.
Online.
2.
Attachment.
3.
Upload.
4.
Download.
5.
Google.
6.
Skype.
7.
Log in.
8.
Wi-Fi.
9.
Social network.
10.
Search for.
5.36
Today, most people spend a lot of time every day online. But do men and women use the internet in the same way?
Research shows that, in general, they use the internet in different ways. For example, men and women both use the internet to send emails, but men send more work emails, while women send more personal emails to friends and family.
What about online shopping?
As you can imagine, women do more internet shopping than men. They often use online shops to buy things for the house, clothes, toys, and so on. Men, on the other hand, prefer buying things on auction sites like eBay.
What other sites are more popular with men?
News sites like the BBC are more popular with men than with women. Men also like visiting sports sites where they can find out, for example, the football results. In general, men use the internet a lot for fun. They download music and play games much more than women do.
What do women do more than men?
Well, women often use the internet to get information about health and medicine. And they are also more interested in websites which give them advice. For example, websites which give advice about how to be good parents, or diet websites which help them to lose weight. They also use the internet for directions much more than men. They use websites like Google Maps when they need to go somewhere new. And they use social networks like Facebook more than men do.
Are there some things that both men and women do?
Yes, they both use the internet to book tickets for trains and planes and to book hotels. They also both use online banking, for example, to pay bills or make transfers.
5.37. 1.
What's this?
It's a photo of my daughter.
What do they do?
Jim's a doctor. Sally's an engineer.
How often do they have classes?
3 times a week. 2.
Can you close the window, please?
Can you check their address on the internet?
It's the best restaurant I know.
3.
Let's have a pizza. The pizzas are very good here.
4.
Men are usually more interested in sport than women.
She's my mother's cousin.
That's Tom's chair.
Jim goes to school by bus.
5.44.
Hi, Lucy. Have you finished your report?
Yes, I have, finally.
What do you want to do tonight? Do you want to go out?
No, I'm a bit tired.
Would you like to come here? I can order pizzas and we can watch a film.
Good idea. What films do you have?
How about Eclipse? Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it, but I've read the book.
Is it good?
I loved it. Vampires. Perfect for a winter night.
Great. What pizza topping do you want?
Cheese and blood, please.
Oh.
No, cheese and tomato.
5.45. 1. Have you seen his new film?
Yes, I've seen all his films.
She hasn't read any Harry Potter books. 2.
Have you ever read a Russian novel?
Sarah's never worked in a big company. 3.
Have you finished the exercise?
Your parents have arrived. They're in the living room. 5.46.
Have you seen The Hobbit?
No, I haven't.
Have you read the book?
Yes, I have. I've read it twice.
5.47. 1.
B. Was, were. Been.
2.
Break, broke, broken.
3.
Do. Did. Done.
4.
Eat, ate, eaten.
5.
Fall. Fell. Fallen.
6.
Forget, forgot, forgotten.
7.
Go. Went. Gone.
8.
Leave, left, left.
9.
Sing. Sang. Sung.
10.
Speak, spoke, spoken.
11.
Take. Took. Taken.
12.
Wear, wore, worn.
5.48. 1.
B. Was, were, been.
2.
Speak. Spoke. Spoken.
3.
Leave. Left. Left.
4.
Write. Wrote. Written.
5.
Take. Took. Taken.
6.
Break. Broke. Broken.
7.
Eat. Ate. Eaten.
8.
Where. Wore. Worn.
9.
Do. Did. Done.
10.
Fall. Fell. Fallen.
11.
Go. Went. Gone.
12.
Sing. Sang. Sung.
5.49. 1.
Yes, I have. I don't usually see films more than once or twice, but I've probably seen It's a Wonderful Life, the old Frank Capra film, at least 6 or 7 times, because it's on TV every Christmas, and it's usually on just after lunch on Christmas Day, which is when I'm full and a bit sleepy, and I want to sit on the sofa and watch a film. Actually, I think it's a great film.
2.
Yes, The Empire Strikes Back, the second Star Wars film. Well, the 5th episode in the series. I've seen it about 20 times, probably. It's my favourite film of all time. And when I meet a girl, I always watch it with her. It's a kind of test. If she doesn't like the film, then I think that our relationship isn't going to work.
3.
Yes, I have. Flashdance. I've seen it, more than 100 times. I absolutely love it. I love the music, and the film just makes me feel good. Whenever I feel a bit depressed, I think, right, I'm going to watch Flashdance. It always makes me feel better. I've bought the DVD 3 times, because after you've played a DVD a lot, it doesn't work properly.
5.51.
So, where are you going to take me for my birthday?
I want to take you somewhere really nice. Have you been to the Peking Duck on 24th Street?
On 24th Street? Yes, I have.
Oh, no. When did you go there?
Last month. I went with some people from work.
Okay, somewhere else. Have you ever eaten an appetito on 2nd Avenue? They make fantastic pasta.
I know. I've been there twice. But we could go there. I love Italian food.
No, listen, why don't we go back to Luigi's? We had a lovely meal last time. Do you remember? The Italian waiter sang for you. It was so romantic.
No, I don't remember.
You don't?
No, I don't remember because it wasn't me. I've never been to Luigi's.
Oh. My bad memory again.
So, who did you go there with? With your ex-girlfriend?
No, I went there with my sister. Yes, with my sister.
Your sister, huh? Let's forget it. I don't think I want to go out on my birthday.
5.52.
Have you been to Luigi's?
Yes, I have.
When did you go there?
I went last weekend.
Who did you go with?
I went with some people from work. I've been to New York twice. I went to visit my sister. She's married to an American.
5.53.
I've been to Italy. My sister's gone to Italy to study Italian.
5.54. 1.
Buy. Bought. Bought.
2.
Drink, drank, drunk.
3.
Find. Found. Found.
4.
Give, gave, given.
5.
Hear. Heard. Heard.
6.
Have, had, had.
7.
Know. Knew. Known.
8.
Lose, lost, lost.
9.
Make. Made. Made.
10.
Meet, met, met.
11.
Pay. Paid. Paid.
12.
Send, sent, sent.
13.
Spend. Spent. Spent.
14.
Think, thought, thought.
15.
Win. Won. Won.
5.55.
Clock. Forgotten. Gone. Lost.
Fish. Driven. Given. Written.
Train. Made. Paid. Taken.
Up. Done. Drunk. Sung.
Phone. Broken. Known. Spoken.
Horse. Bought. Thought. Worn.
5.56. 1.
School. Choose. Cook. 2.
2.
First. Earn. Worst. Year.
3.
Say. Wait. Can't. Favorite.
4.
Friends. Many. People. Ever.
5.
Enjoy. Bridge. Dog. Languages.
6.
Hour. Home. Perhaps. Hardly.
7.
Thing. 3. The. Think.
8.
Information. School. Traditional. Professional.
Sir Ian McKellen is one of Britain's greatest actors. He was born in Burnley in the north of England on the 25th of May 1939. He first became well known as an actor for his roles in Shakespeare's plays, e.g. Hamlet and Macbeth. In recent years, he has had many important film roles, including James Whale in Gods and Monsters, Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and Magneto in X-Men.
What kind of music do you like?
I hardly ever listen to music at home. I prefer going to concerts. I enjoy classical music and pop, but my favourite kind of music is traditional American jazz.
What book are you reading at the moment?
I'm reading The Hammersteins, a biography of the American theatre family written by Oscar Andrew Hammerstein.
Who's your favourite historical character?
Perhaps William Shakespeare?
What time do you usually get up in the morning?
If I am working, I get up 1 hour before I have to leave the house. If I am not working, and I went to bed late the night before, I get up at about 10 in the morning.
How much time do you spend a day on the internet?
I can very easily spend 3 or 4 hours on the internet, answering emails, reading the news, etc. I think of the internet as a wonderful encyclopedia of information.
How do you relax?
I enjoy a late-night Sudoku, but especially being with friends.
What's your favourite room in the house?
Perhaps the living room, where I cook and eat, and from where I can see the River Thames in London.
What do you always have on your desk?
I always have too many letters, papers and books which are waiting for me to read.
Do you have any pets?
I love dogs, but I can't have one because I'm often away from home.
What languages do you speak?
I only speak English, but I can remember a little of the French I learnt at school.
Can you play a musical instrument?
No.
Is there something you would like to learn to do?
Yes, many things, e.g. to sing well, to play the piano, and to speak foreign languages.
What's your favourite place in London?
I love the River Thames and the views from its many bridges.
Where are you going to go for your next holiday?
I'm going to go to India for the first time in February.
What's the most beautiful city you've ever visited?
I can't choose between Edinburgh, Prague and Venice.
What was your first job?
The first money I earned as a professional actor was when I was a student at Cambridge University in 1959. I played small parts in audio recordings of Shakespeare's plays.
When did you first read The Lord of the Rings?
I read it first when I was preparing to play Gandalf in the movie trilogy.
What was the best and worst thing about filming The Lord of the Rings?
The best thing about filming was discovering the countryside and people of New Zealand. But the worst thing was living away from home for a year or more.
5.38.
Rob.
Jenny, hi. Sorry I'm a bit late.
No problem.
Really?
Really?
I got your message.
Would you like a coffee or something?
No, I'm fine, thanks. So, what did you want to talk about? You think London is the best city in the world and you don't want to go home.
Not exactly. We'd like you to come to New York.
Me? To New York?
I talked to Barbara about you. You know Barbara, my boss. She loves your articles too. So, Would you like to come over to New York and work for us? Just for a month, and write a column for New York 24/7. And maybe a daily blog?
Wow. Sounds great. What could I call it? An Englishman in New York?
Why not? Are you interested?
Yes, very. It's amazing. But I need to think about it.
Of course.
When do I need to decide?
Before the end of the week.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And now I really have to go.
5.39. 3.
Bus.
1.
Plane.
6.
Taxi.
5.
Train.
2.
Coach.
4.
Tram.
5.40.
Could you call me a taxi, please?
Yes, of course. Where to?
To Paddington Station?
And when would you like it for?
Now, please. How much is it?
That's $13.60, please.
Make it £15. And could I have a receipt?
Thank you very much, madam.
Could I have a ticket to Heathrow Airport, please?
Single or return?
Single, please.
Standard or first class?
Standard, please.
That's £18.
Can I pay by credit card?
Yes, of course.
5.41.
Could you call me a taxi, please?
Yes, of course. Where to?
To Paddington Station?
And when would you like it for?
Now, please. How much is it?
That's $13.60, please.
Make it £15. And could I have a receipt?
Thank you very much, madam.
Could I have a ticket to Heathrow Airport, please?
Single or return?
Single, please.
Standard or first class?
Standard, please.
That's £18.
Can I pay by credit card?
Yes, of course.
5.42.
Where is it? Where's my phone?
Are you looking for this?
Rob! Oh, I can't believe it. My phone! You're a hero. Thank you so much.
No problem. It gave me a chance to see you again. And I had more time to think about your offer.
And?
I'd love to accept. I really want to come and work in New York.
That's great, Rob. I'm so happy.
Me too. Oh, you had a call from Eddie. I didn't answer it. Is he going to meet you at the airport?
Eddie? No. He's at college in California.
In California? Does he teach there?
Teach? No, he's a student.
A student?
Oh, well, he's only 19. Eddie's my brother.
Next departure, Flight 232 to New York is now ready for boarding.
I need to go.
Well, have a good journey.
Thanks, Rob. Bye.
Bye. And see you in New York.
$5.43.
I can't believe it. Thank you so much.
I'd love to accept.
I'm so happy.
Have a good journey. See you in New York.
5.24. 1. Yvonne.
Do you think you have a healthy diet?
I think my diet is quite healthy because I try to eat a lot of fruit and vegetables.
How much sugar and salt do you eat?
Well, I probably eat more sugar than I should, but I don't eat too much salt.
2. Alison.
Do you like cooking?
Yes, I really like cooking.
Do you think you're a good cook?
I'd say that I'm an okay cook.
What's your speciality?
My speciality is Indian food. I like cooking curries.
3. Joel.
What's the most beautiful city you've ever been to?
Most beautiful city? I'd have to say Barcelona.
Why?
The architecture is incredible. It's so different, it's vibrant, it's living, it's nice weather, and there's loads of different cultures and loads of different people.
4. Andy.
Where are you going to go for your next holiday?
I'm going to New Zealand in October.
Where are you going to stay?
All over. We're going to travel around both of the islands for 3 weeks.
How are you going to get there?
Flying from London to Auckland.
5. Aria.
What's the biggest difference between the US and your country?
Well, apart from the US being a lot hotter and a lot noisier, it's also a lot bigger. The buildings are higher and the city has a lot more life to it.
5.57. 1. Selena.
What are you doing in the UK?
I'm here to visit some friends and have a vacation.
What was your first impression of the UK when you arrived?
It's August and it's still cold.
2. David.
Do you have any ambitions?
To get a job, quickly.
What kind of job?
I'd like to go back to office work. I was an administrative officer before, so I'd like to do the same job again.
3. Ruth.
Have you ever seen a film more than 3 times?
Yes, I have. I've seen Mamma Mia probably about 10 times.
What do you like about it?
I just think it's really good fun, and I really like the music in it. I like the dancing. I quite like the storyline, and it makes you feel good.
4. Ben.
Do you think men or women are better drivers?
I think women are probably safer drivers because they don't drive as fast as men, but I think perhaps men are sometimes more confident drivers.
5. Justin.
Have you ever been to a karaoke bar?
Yes.
When did you go?
About 2 or 3 months ago.
What did you sing?
I rapped and I sang a Doors song.
Amy Johnson is an American who lives and works in England. We asked her to tell us about her first impressions of the UK.
One of my first impressions was that the UK is more expensive than the US. I live in Oxford, and the cost of living, rent, bills, food, etc., is higher than in Ohio, where I'm from in the US. The only thing that is a lot cheaper here is healthcare. It's free to go to the doctors or to hospital, whereas in the US it isn't, so you need to have health insurance, which can be very expensive. I think you can eat well in England. There's a wide variety of food from all around the world, Chinese, Japanese, Italian, Turkish, etc., but eating out is more expensive than in the US, and the service is worse. Generally, I'd say British food is healthier than American food, and the portions are a lot smaller, too. As for the people, I find British people quite pessimistic compared to Americans, who are usually very positive and optimistic about the future. Also, when I'm in Ohio, I talk to everybody. Shop assistants, the person behind me in the supermarket queue, the person sitting next to me in the restaurant. But I can't do that in the UK. People are much more reserved. But on the other hand, I think it is easier to make real friends here than in the US. I also find British people are not very good at telling you what they really think, or, in a work situation, saying something negative about you. Americans just say things as they are.